Hey guys, this is Not Lambers and Invoked 101. Welcome back, and today we're going to be taking a look at Appliancers. This is a brand new deck out of Battles of Legend, Armageddon, and it wasn't a deck I actually thought I was going to pick up, but I opened up 2 boxes of the set, and if you open up 2 boxes of Battles of Legend, I think you're legally required to play Appliancer. I think it kind of comes with it. With that said, this actually is a really fun deck. It has a lot of ways to special summon. It has a lot of really cool things. Like you can use machine dupe in this deck. That's the big thing that this deck has going for it right now. And then also it is fairly consistent as far as its end board, which usually is Celtipus, Laundry Dragon, and Vacuflant. And I'll try to express everything that I can. I will mostly be explaining the link monsters because they themselves are actually kind of confusing. I haven't tested this deck out aside from just test hands where I make a board. So, but this deck can also play things like Boral Sword Dragon and various other links that you can go into because this deck does have a very easy time link summoning. So, with that said, let's set the spells and traps and the extra deck off to the side. We'll get right into the main deck monsters, and these boys are just super adorable. First guy we're playing is 3 Socket Roll. I think Socket Roll is the mandatory 3 of in the deck, depending on if we get more Appliancer monsters. But Socket Roll says, if you control an Appliancer, you can special summon this card from your hand. If another Socket Roll is special summoned to the field while you control this monster, except during the damage step, you can special summon 1 Appliancer Socket Roll from the deck. You can only use each effect once per turn. Dark Machine, level 1, 100 attack. So he's really cool, and he has a really nice interaction with Copybockle. Copybockle is really nice, and I actually thought he didn't work the way that I thought he worked, but then I was like, no, I'm being dumb. So the way Copybockle works, it says you can target 1 Appliancer monster you control, special summon this card from your hand. If you do, this card names becomes that monster until the end phase. So how that works is you can special summon him by targeting Socket Roll. He becomes Socket Roll, and it triggers the first one to summon the second one, and that's actually a really big point because if you have the field spell, which we'll talk about later, that gets you the Socket Roll back to your hand, which you can then special summon and make the board. It's literally like 3 cards. It's these 2. Actually, it's Copybockle and Socket Roll plus field spell. It's 2-card combo. Sorry, 2 cards. But yeah, Copybockle also has another effect which says, during your main phase, this card is sent to the graveyard. Banish this card from your graveyard. Target an Appliancer you control. Special summon 1 monster with the same name from your hand or graveyard. You can only use each effect of Copybockle once per turn. So he has 0 attack and defense. And then we have the, this is easily the worst one of the Appliancers, Breaker Bunkle. I don't think Breaker Bunkle is the best one. It's kind of like an honest for the deck, if that makes sense. Sorry if my hair looks weird. I got out of the shower like 10 minutes ago. It says, during damage off an Appliancer monster you control battles an opponent's monster. Quick effect, discard this card for that battle. That monster you control can't be destroyed. Also, you take no battle damage. Then it says if an Appliancer monster you control will be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. So he's water, which really sucks because if he was dark, we could honestly play Allure in this deck fairly easily, I feel, because you'd have 9 targets. But as it stands, 6. That's fine though. And that's it for the Appliancer boys. They're all pretty okay. Definitely the best ones are Socket Roll and Copybockle just because they do the most things. They put in the most effort. As for other monsters, we are playing 4 Mud Skipper. This is to copy the name of a link monster because what you can do is you just reveal a link monster and then you can link him away into any of the Appliancer link monsters since they all just require 1 Appliancer monster. And then the other monster that we play is Parallel Exceed. This is just for extra link materials, but it's also to make Dugaries because Dugaries allows us to draw into stuff. You could also play any rank 4 you want. My extra deck isn't perfect. The last monster we play is 3 Effect Veiler. I felt that this deck needed a hand trap, and I also had 3 slots open. So Effect Veiler is the hand trap slot. You can also play Gamma, you can play Ogre, you can play whatever you feel like. I had Effect Veilers, so that's what's in the deck. Moving into the spells and traps of the deck, we are playing 3 Appliancer Electrolytical World, and this is actually a really dope field spell. It's one of those field spells where when you activate it, you get to search an Appliancer card. You know, it's one of those cards like a Rhoda, but a field spell, which is really nice. It searches any card in the archetype. That's super dope, except a field spell, which implies that we're getting another one. Although if Generator is anything to go by, that might not be true. And then it says, once per turn, if you link summon an Appliancer or link monster, you can add one Appliancer monster from your graveyard to your hand. Non-targeting, just scoop one up, so it does kind of dodge called by there, which is really nice. And then it says, once per turn, when a monster declares an attack, you can move one Appliancer monster you control to another one of your main monster zones. You can only activate one Appliancer Electrical World per turn. So yeah, that kind of sucks, the hard ones per turn on there, but it makes sense, so you can't just keep going boop, 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 search Appliancers, which is really cool. But yeah, it searches an Appliancer, it gets one back, and then it moves them, which is kind of relevant. You do need them to move out of the way so you can keep link summoning. But yeah, we'll talk about the link monsters when we get there, because the link monsters are strange. Here we have the archetypal monster reborn, Appliancer reuse. It says target an Appliancer in your graveyard, special summon it, but place it on the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field. This is great, because you're just gonna stick socket rolls back to the bottom of your deck. Like, that's so convenient to just shove socket rolls back into your deck. I love that. It's super dope. And then we have the worst one, and yeah, this one's really bad. Appliancer test. I haven't found the true use for this, but it says target an Appliancer link monster you control, special summon as many link 1 Appliancers from your graveyard as possible to your zones that monster points to, but banish them during the end phase. So this is a turn 3 card, which is really strange. But you know, whatever. That's the Appliancer stuff. That's all they have. That's every Appliancer card that actually exists currently, aside from the link monsters. So. Then we have, for other stuff, 3 Machine Dupe. Machine Dupe is mandatory in the deck, as it is a Machine Dupe focused deck, because every Appliancer in the deck is a Machine Dupe target. So I feel like you need to play it. And then we are playing Triple Where Art Thou. This whole deck is level 1, aside from the only non-level 1 monster in the deck is the Parallel Exceed. So Where Art Thou doesn't hurt. And even you can easily, there's ways you can get around the 2000 burn, but who cares? It doesn't matter. You're gonna be doing other things, so who cares? Especially since you get a special summon the monster that you search off this, because you're gonna search Copy Buckle or Socket Roll. Next up, we have 3 Called By. This deck is very glass cannony, so you do want stuff to go through, so 3 Called By is kind of necessary. And then we get to our one-ofs. I'm playing Iron Call. This should be a 1-for-1. I couldn't find a 1-for-1, so I grabbed the next best thing, which I felt was another Monster Reborn type card. So 1 Iron Call, Terraforming to search the field spell, Foolish Burial because we're playing 4 Monster Reborns, as you see, and 1 Pot of Avarice. This is the Recycle Copy Buckles and also the Link monsters. Not Copy Buckles, I keep saying Copy Buckle. Cycle Socket Rolls, because Socket Rolls are important for the deck. So yeah, so that's the spell lineup. And that's it for the main deck. I know I'm kind of blazing through this, and I'm sorry about that, but I actually don't know how much space is on that camera. So moving into the extra deck, and most people play these at 2. I'm playing them at 3 just as placeholders right now, because you can realistically play, you can play Nightmare Cerberus, you can play Nightmare Phoenix, you can play whatever Link monsters you want here that this deck can summon. I'm playing 3 Laundry Dragon. Laundry Dragon, I feel, is one of the better ones. So each Appliancer Link 1, all of them share the effect that they cannot be used as link material to turn their link summoned, which really hurts the deck. And then they each have an effect when they're co-linked and an effect when they're not co-linked. So let me just put that out there. So, because I'm not gonna mention again. So while co-linked, so first of all, it says neither player takes any battle damage from attacks involving this card. Once per turn, after damage calc, if this co-linked card battles an opponent's monster, you can banish that opponent's monster. Once per turn, after damage calc, if this monster is not co-linked, battles an opponent's monster, you can destroy that opponent's monster, and if you do, burn your opponent equal to its original attack. So both effects are good, it's just one banishes, one destroys and burns, which is very cool. Really cool card here. Then we play 3 Dryer Drake, and like I said, you should be playing 2 of each of these, and then something else that you want. Dryer Drake has the effect of this linked card gains 1000 attack. Once per turn, during your battle phase, if this card co-linked, except during damage step, you can switch the locations of 2 Appliancer monsters in your main monster zones, including this card, and if you do, the other monster can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Once per turn, when this card that is not co-linked is targeted for an attack, you can negate that attack. So what this does is it co-links, you're supposed to co-link Laundry Dragon and Dryer Drake, obviously, because they're the washer and the dryer. And then you swap their positions. So what you do, you declare attack, it does the thing, or banishes the monster, you switch them around underneath so that way they stay linked to Celtipus, and then this attacks again to burn the opponent. That's how it works. Then I'm only playing 2's Kappa Scale. I felt Kappa Scale was the worst one, so I cut him down. But you're supposed to play 2 of all of them anyways. I just didn't have other things because this is, spoiler alert, this is a deck I built for Mio, and I didn't know what all links she wanted, so I just filled it up with Appliancers. Anyways, Kappa Scale, its effect is, aside from the link thing, it says you contribute this co-link card, special summon an Appliancer link from your graveyard except Kappa Scale. You contribute this card that is not co-linked, special summon a level 4 or lower Appliancer from your graveyard, which implies we're getting a level 4 Appliancer, or at least a higher level Appliancer. I think that's just future proofing on their part, but it's just one of those things that's like, are we getting more? I would like some more. I mean, if you're gonna give me some more Appliancers, I'll take them. But yeah, Kappa Scale I thought was the worst. My personal favorite, just because he's an elephant and I like elephants, Vacuuflant. He's really cool. I actually think he's the second best one. So like I said, he needs an Appliancer, can't be used as link material, can attack directly while it's not co-linked. You can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, then target a card your opponent controls and destroy it. If this card is co-linked, you can target a card your opponent controls in your main monster zone, in their main monster zone, and destroy it. You can only use one Vacuuflant effect per turn and only once that turn. Vacuuflant is really cool. I like him a lot because if he's not co-linked, you can just pop a card. If he is co-linked, you can't, if he is co-linked, you can just pop a card for free. If not, you still get to pop a card. I think he's great. He's easily one of the really cool ones. And then the last link monster we play is 3 Celtipus. And Celtipus is also really cool. He's the only link 2. He's the only one that's higher than link 1, and he is the only one that can be used as link material the turn he's link summoned. It says this linked card cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects or their monster attacks, which is really cool. It says during damage calculation, if an Appliancer link monster you control co-linked to this card battles an opponent's monster, your battling monster gains attack equal to the number of monsters co-linked to this card times 1,000. So it's going to buff it potentially by 2,000. During that damage calc only, once per turn, if an Appliancer link monster you control that is not co-linked to this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can draw a card. And since Dryer Drake and Laundry Elephant combo, Laundry Dragon, sorry, Dryer Drake and Laundry Dragon combo really well, your Laundry Dragon will go up to 35. Your opponent doesn't take any damage, but he'll swing, and then he'll die on the second one. You'll get to draw a card, and you'll get a ban to burn your opponent, which is really cool. So that's it for the links. There is only one more spot in the extra deck if you guys have been keeping count, and that is for Dugaries. I mentioned him earlier. Dugaries, it lets you draw 2, or it lets you bring 1 back. It lets you do a few things. It's the thing we summon. You can also play Baguska. Everyone else plays Baguska, so if you want to play that, you can play Baguska. And with that said, that is Appliancers. This is my current version of Appliancers. This is what I think is really good. If you want to know how the combo works, I'll show you the combo really quick, because it's just a 2-card combo. You just need either Socket Roll or Copy Buckle in your hand, along with Electro-Lyrical World. You'll activate Electro-Lyrical World, and then that will activate to search the missing piece, in this case Copy Buckle. You'll normal summon the Socket Roll, special summon the Copy Buckle targeting Socket Roll, trigger Socket Roll to special summon another copy of itself, and then you'll link Socket Roll and Copy Buckle together. For Celtipus, where's my Celtipus? For Celtipus, this will trigger the Electro-Lyrical World to add you back the Socket Roll. Because you have a special Socket Roll and you control an Appliancer, you can special summon him. You'll link the Socket Roll you just summoned into Laundry Dragon, and then you'll link the second one into the Dryer Drake. And that is the play. That is what they do. If you're ever wondering what they do that. You could also link both Socket Rolls and the Celtipus into a Boral Sword, and you still have 3 cards in your hand. So that's how the deck does. There's different routes you can take with this deck. If you want to play the Boral Sword, I didn't have a Boral Sword to throw in here, if you were wondering. So that's why there's not one in here. But like I mentioned, you can play literally just about any link in this deck. I do think you do need to play 2 of each Appliancer though, just because of how quickly this deck burns through them. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys thought about this deck in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Tell me what other links that you're playing in your Appliancer deck. And with that said, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.
Bye.